Schwarzenegger made up with Stallone and where Madonna lost her top and stole the show. This week, Movie Watch reviews 3 films in search of the Palme d'Or. Michael Douglas is falling down in stress. The Body Snatchers come to town.
They're everywhere.
And La Scorta proves you don't need a bad haircut to be a bodyguard. We find out how young hopefuls wrestle their way into the Hollywood scene. And I talk to the Italian stallion who gave up boxing and saving the world to do a bit of cliffhanging, Sylvester Stallone.
Sometimes you feel like you want to jump.
In Cannes, there are lots of prizes up for grabs, but this is the most coveted, the Palme d'Or. Except this year, people might have their eyes on a different prize, the Palme de Movie Watch. Does this mean we've gone to the expense of shipping our reviewers all the way out to the south of France? Does this mean we've selected the hottest 4 reviewers from the whole series to come out here? It certainly does. Well, he's not in the bar, which is annoying, because it's his round, so I'm going to try his room. Sly, where have you been?
Where have I been?
You are so out of line.
I've been here for ages, Johnny. Where the hell have you been?
It's all right, it's all right. It doesn't matter now. We'll just get on with the interview. My time's very precious, and we've wasted enough already.
Yeah, well, you know, pressure is my middle name.
Well, Mr. Sylvester Precious Stallone, you certainly are back to form.
Reach out!
In the breathtaking Cliffhanger, he stretched himself as a mountain rescue man.
Reach out! Hold on! I got you! I got you!
Just when you think you've seen it all, they throw a cliffhanger your way where you're afraid of heights, afraid of this, you can't climb, whatever. So I go after it. So this is a film that kind of put me on the edge, figuratively and literally.
Nobody!
There's just a lot of psyching out and a lot of self-loathing, like if you don't do this, you're going to hate yourself, this and that.
I noticed that the baddies were all British. Did you find the British people more menacing, do you
No,
think?
you know, I don't know what that is. I tell you what, when I did the rewrites on the part, John Lithgow was American.
Yeah.
Then he shows up,
Yeah.
and he's like mid-Atlantic, and by the end, he's an Oxford scholar.
You thought of everything, didn't you? Everything except what's happening now.
I don't know, they just sound more unique. Because, you know, for example, in America, you know, you're used to hearing it all. And, but nothing personal.
You killed a pig!
Once again in this film, you're up against the odds. Is that your sort of forte?
I think it's everybody's forte. I think that from the moment we wake up in the morning till we drive to work, to dealing with our relationships, to just growing old, to whatever, everything is against the odds.
Go ahead. Leave. But if you don't do this now, you're going to be stuck on that ledge for the rest of your life.
You play underdogs in a lot of your films. I mean, like Rambo's an underdog, Rocky's an underdog. Do you ever feel like kind of a champion of the world's underdogs? Do you ever have that kind of...
Well, I feel like I represented in a sense because I was not born, certainly, with a silver spoon in my mouth.
What the hell do you know about bad times, man?
And everything I had to do, it was kind of like difficult to overcome. I had, you know, terrible speech impediment, and I was very slender, and I was sickly, and this and that, and I never did that well in school. And then when I went into acting, they said, "Oh, forget it, and go behind the scenes." So there was never any encouragement. It's always been uphill. So I still identify with that heavily. It's psychological with me.
Really? Do you think that in the present kind of political climate in America, a new Rambo would be slightly incongruous?
Well, you know, it's funny you bring that up because I was going to do another Rambo, and I think dealing with a geopolitical situation would be incongruous with it. But I thought if I ever did it, which I don't think is going to happen, I would want to do somewhat like the first one, trying to meld back into society. You know, he would cut his hair, he would get a job, he would even change his name. He became what they created him to be. It was like the Frankenstein monster. What I hated about it is Rambo became such a political, so synonymous with me in a political context, in the sense that when Reagan would get on television and say, "After seeing Rambo, I know what to do to Gaddafi," I'm going, "Oh, please, he just sealed my fate." So, and a strange phenomenon happened that I don't think ever before that they've ever had like a movie character be so relatable to like a political theme.
Yeah. And Rambo begat Arnie, who begat Seagal, Ye, who begat Van Damme. But how does the Godfather of action heroes fuel these pretenders?
I've been ripped off. I feel
cheated,
plagiarized. I feel violated. No, I tell you, it's okay, but then every now and then you pick up a paper and go, "Well, he's nothing, I'm everything. He never was." You know, right away, it's like you are now the enemy. You're the competition. In Hollywood, everyone rises to their own level of mediocrity.
I'm thrilled to death to hear that.
Your recent films have very few sex scenes. Why do you think? Why is that?
Stupidity. just blatant stupidity.
But Sly does have a more sensitive side to his nature. How does it feel to be able to bench press more than any other art collector on Earth?
Invigorating. No, invigorating. I'm trying to be able to lift a Diego. When I can lift a Diego Rivera mural, then I realize I finally have made it all. You know?
And you can move them by yourself.
Yeah, when I can lift the
No one's
thinker.
gonna damage them. As a struggling actor, you were reportedly offered $93,000 not to appear in Rocky. I don't know if this is true.
Right.
If you had accepted the money, where do you think you'd be now?
Probably hanging in a closet somewhere.
In the closet. Yeah, right. Next week, get your Kleenex out. It's the last show in the series. We're looking back at the highlights and forward.